Yo, fight fans, Seattle Mike, Wyatt Matheson here of Fights with Friends, and we are down to the three spot on UFC 300 for the BMF title. Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway. Man, the odds are close on this one. Gaethje a minus 175 favorite, Max Holloway plus 150. I'm going to start out with saying I think I would make the odds a little deeper. I would probably have Gaethje at minus 220. It's because he's been at the weight class. He hits like a Mack truck, and he's got the best leg kicks at lightweight, and Max Holloway doesn't like to get kicked in the legs.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much my thoughts exactly. I agree with exactly what you said with the odds. I think minus 225 is pretty well perfect. Um, the thing is, this will be a striking match. And obviously, Max is a brilliant striker. The thing that some people don't seem to be taking into account is what you mentioned, which is leg kicks. Leg kicks are a huge part of Gaethje's game. He's very good at leg kicking both close and at range, which is very odd because most guys leg kick, like even if I'm trying to leg kick something, there's like a certain range that's best. He can leg kick at a little bit of distance and a little bit closer than most others can. So it's a big weapon for him. Obviously, he has a lot of power in them, and Max can't deal with them. I don't know why people aren't talking about this. Max was fantastic, just in general at fighting. He was unbeatable. He was a champion for a long time, and nobody was kicking his legs. All of a sudden, he fights somebody who starts kicking his legs, not even hard. Volkanovski doesn't kick hard. It's basically just touching you, but over and over again, it adds up. And he had a huge problem with it. Like, he lost the first fight fairly decisively.
Yeah.
And after that, he changed his stance. When he changed his stance, he was not getting leg kicked as much, and he was never the same fighter ever again. In my opinion, he was never as good, except against Calvin Kattar. Why? Kattar doesn't throw a leg kick. Kattar doesn't
Yeah.
check leg kicks. Let's not fucking worry about leg kicks. And he's fighting Justin Gaethje, who's going to kick the living shit out of him. So he's going to be in that more narrow stance, which he struggles to fight out of. He's going up a weight class. He's getting cracked. We know that. Gaethje hits hard as hell. And when he's focused on winning, there's a huge difference in the guy we see. When he's fighting like he did against Poirier in his last fight, like he did against Tony Ferguson before Tony Ferguson fell off a cliff, when he's dialed in, he's the fucking shit.
Yeah.
Follows the game plan brilliantly, and I think he's going to do the same thing here. I think this is either going to be a TKO because Max really can't be knocked out, but he's going to get freaking destroyed, or it's going to be a very dominant decision. People have concerns with what? With the fact that Max can like strike very well, box very well in particular. I don't think Gaethje's going to get hurt. That's been a big problem with Gaethje. He gets wobbled a lot. I don't see that happening when he doesn't have the fear of that. I think his game plan is going to go perfectly, and I see him winning quite dominantly. So,
I think this is good for betters. I like minus 175 on Gaethje. I have no problem risking 350 bucks to win 200. It's not like the Sean Strickland Israel Adesanya situation where I thought, oh, I'll bet on Izzy and had put up 1,800 bucks to win 300 like a jackass. I would still, I would still feel okay losing that 350 because I would have felt like I shouldn't have lost. Obviously, it could happen. It's Max Holloway, but I just, yeah, I think Gaethje. I think it might come down honestly to who the referee is.
how so?
I think Gaethje is going to be whooping on Max Holloway so badly that unless it's like the return of Mario Yamasaki or some of these guys that never stop fights, I think they're going to feel bad for him and stop it, and probably in the third. I
Okay.
think he's going to be limping around. I think he's going to be bleeding all over the freaking place. I don't know if Gaethje can knock him out, but I think he's going to look like he's on death's door. And any good referee, I mean, you can clip this video. I'm going to say any good referee would stop this fight in the third round.
I think the one other thing I want to say here is I remember telling you when the odds dropped and it was like minus 200 on some sites, minus 225, like we talked about on others.
Yep.
Might have been as high as minus 250 in other places, but like that range, 200 to 250. And we both thought it was great odds.
Yeah.
And one of the things that the media is very good at is trying to sway the public to think that the fight is going to be competitive through promos, through just people talking about it, through like UFC embedded, UFC unleashed, whatever, UFC countdown. Um, but another thing which I don't think people consider, and maybe they don't even know it's happening, big content creators on YouTube, like your best friend, the MMA guru, he's like he in particular said that he thinks Max is going to win this fight and he's going to make it look easy. I think that sways people's opinions significantly. The guys who are like him, like Ariel, like whoever, that are like displaying their opinion, that have a lot of people following them, um, I think they can really sway the public's opinion on fights. I think that's why we're seeing minus 170, minus 175 now. I think it'll be closer than that come close, actually, as a result of this. And my opinion stays the same. I think this is a minus 225, probably minus 250, potentially kind of fight. And like you, I think it's going to be fairly dominant. So
I can't believe MMA Guru thinks Max Holloway is going to win this fight. He thinks he's going to win it easily?
yeah, he said, I'm pretty sure he said he's going to make it look easy and people are underestimating Max in this fight.
Well, that's what happens when highly autistic people pick fights. Like, that's not going to happen. Sorry, MMA Guru, you can't pick fights. You're a fucking idiot. But
that's no way to talk about your best friend.
all right, let me know what you guys think, though, down there. Let's hear from the Max fans. I know there's a lot of you that thinks Max Holloway's going to take this. And in all seriously, I don't hate MMA Guru. I just don't like him very much.
Okay. And I'm a Max Holloway fan, by the way. Yeah. I just think it's a horrible matchup for him.
I am too. I think anybody that's a fight fan, for the most part, I don't know if I've heard anybody say they hate Max Holloway. It's like the most beloved fighter on the planet. But let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with this? Do you disagree with this? And are you putting any bets on this fight? Till the next video.